So you've been thinking about starting a business, but don't know where to start? Well, welcome to day one of your business. My name is Andrew, and in this episode, I'm going to lay out some practical steps to get your business started. Starting a new business can be both exciting and scary, but with the right advice, you can have a greater chance at success. Before starting your business, there are two important questions to ask yourself. Why and how? Why are you starting your business is answering the emotional part of your business. It is the critical question that you need to answer yourself and be clear about so that when things get hard, you can go back to why you started. The how of your business is the practical, logical aspect of your business. It's the strategic framework that your decisions are based around. There are many reasons to start a business. It could be to get rid of the boss, increase your income, set your own hours, to fulfill a personal bucket list goal, or because everyone else is running a business nowadays. It looks like easy money, but above all, people are looking for the freedom that your own business can bring. We define freedom as doing what you want and when you want it. Now, this doesn't mean that you just get to sit back and relax all day on the beach, but it means that you get to make choices around how you use your time, energy, money, and skills. It could be more time for your family or community, or more money to give to charity, or just the satisfaction of seeing your work around the neighborhood or the world. But it is important to realize that with your freedom comes a huge amount of responsibility to your family, your employees, and your community. There are 9 core areas of business that you need to try to master. There is marketing, customer service, operations, accounting, strategy, legal, product delivery, human resources, and IT technology. It doesn't mean that you need to be an expert in all 9 areas. There are many areas of my business that I get smarter people than me to do, like accounting, but it means that you have to have a great understanding of these areas and how your business needs them and how you use them. In order to become a master of your business, you need to be continuously learning. You need to be reading books, watching videos, asking questions of other business owners, listening to the advice of other business owners and other mentors, and thinking about how you can implement these in your business. I cannot stress the importance of learning. Your business success will be in many ways related to how much and how quickly you can learn and master the new aspects of your business. This is not to frighten you, but rather to encourage you to keep learning all the time. So you have a great idea for your business. The question is, where do you start? I'm going to focus on 3 things. Firstly, you want to focus on your actual product. Then you need to figure out the cash flows, and finally, your marketing plan. I'm going to go into more detail about each of these in the next slide. But it's important to keep in mind that you want to keep things simple when you start. Okay, let's talk about your product or service. The first question to ask yourself is, does it solve a real problem that real people have? A lot of people first look how much money this product or service is going to make them without asking the question, does it solve a problem? Think about the most successful companies out there. Google helps you find everything on the internet. Amazon helps you buy anything and get it to your door quickly. Too many products and services fall into the solution looking for a problem type of category. Your product doesn't have to be revolutionary to succeed. It just needs to be very useful. Now that you've determined that it solves a real problem, the next thing you need to do is build the minimal viable product and then try sell it. People often spend too much time getting the product or service set up with all the different options, colors, add-ons. You should build the product or service to solve the problem, no more, no less. The key is to try build it and then sell it. You'll inevitably find that the product is harder to build than you expected, or there's some weirdness that you didn't expect, and only find out as you build it what the problems are. As soon as you try to sell it to your customers, you will instantly be able to highlight the issues with your service. If you've built the minimal viable product, you can quickly make changes and pivot your business to solve the problems your customers have. Most companies made a major pivot in their design or delivery early in the product or service's life. Let's talk about cash flow now. Firstly, there is a high probability that your product or service is going to fail, or at the minimum need a major rethink early on. As such, you want to minimize your fixed costs. I see this a lot with new businesses where the first thing they do is buy some nice furniture, get a new office, or sign a 5-year lease for some warehouse space. You need to figure out exactly what you need to build a product or sell the service and then get those items. Once you have actual sales and things are going, then you can start adding to the fixed costs. Secondly, you need to honestly ask yourself how much cash you need to scale up. Let's say for each new customer, you need $5,000 to cover your staff and materials costs before you get paid by your customers. Well, if you have just 10 customers, you need $50,000 in cash. Do you have access to that amount of money? Most early businesses fail not because of a lack of customers, but a lack of cash. Make sure you have the correct levels of cash on hand to scale. Things like lines of credit and credit cards are going to be critical to have in place. Make sure you have them in place before you try to grow too fast. Now let's look at the practicalities of marketing. Everyone loves to do marketing for their business. Think about the first thing you probably did when you decided on a new business. You probably created a name for your business and a logo. I see a lot of new businesses spend a lot of time and money on branding type marketing that doesn't actually help with the selling. Things like letterheads, logos, and other design elements for their business. Your primary focus should be on your website content. Don't worry too much about the design. Make it nice, but don't spend $5,000 on a website. Firstly, your website content is a good place to start because it forces you to outline exactly what the problem you're trying to solve and how your product or service is going to solve it. If your mother cannot read the website and mostly understand what the problem is and how you're going to solve it, you need to rework your content and your product or service. You want to just put a quick and simple website to start. You can focus on the design and branding later once you know that customers will actually buy your product or service. Next, you want to make sure that you have a unique email address so it doesn't come from your personal email or some Gmail account. A business email account with Google G Suite or Microsoft 365 is like $5 or $6 a month and well worth looking professional. I would also suggest getting a separate phone number, separate from your personal cell phone, specifically for your business. A company like Twilio lets you purchase a number for $1 a month, and then you can forward it to your cell phone. Finally, when marketing, you want to sell to your network first. This doesn't need to be your friends or family, because I don't much like having my friends or families as customers, but rather people that you know around your city or your industry. They might not be your ideal customer, but they are most likely to tell you what's not working with your product or service. It doesn't need to be a hard sell. Even just asking them, is the pricing right, or do they see ways to improve it, can be invaluable when starting your business. The final step is to actually launch your business. I know this sounds simple, but I know of way too many businesses that never actually launch because the owner is constantly tweaking things or rethinking things, or waiting for the right time. Your business will never be perfect, and there is never a best time to start your business. So it is best to just launch it now and then start learning and making changes based on the demands of your customers as fast as possible. Thanks for watching this video. I trust that you learned something useful that you can implement in your business today to help it grow. Make sure to click the subscribe button below to be notified about our next video. We will release a new video each week on a different part of running a business to help you start growing your business faster.